Hi guys, welcome to EduTap, and today we'll be discussing current affairs topics from 12th and 13th of October 2018. And this video will be highly useful for RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A, SEBI Grade A and RBI Assistant exams. Now the first news pertains to MeToo movement. Actually, this MeToo movement or hashtag MeToo movement, it's a movement against sexual harassment and sexual assault of women. And after this movement started, a former American producer of films, Mr. Harvey Weinstein, was soon alleged to have conducted sexual misconducts. And actually this phrase Me Too was first used in 2006 by an American social activist, Tarana Burke. But in 2017, American actress Alyssa Milano, she made this very popular, and she encouraged victims of sexual harassment to tweet about it and to give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem, this problem of sexual harassment. In India, it has recently gained momentum these days after many important personalities, many famous personalities' names were embroiled, including the Junior External Affairs Minister, Mr. MJ Akbar. He has also been a noted journalist, and many women, around 7 women, have already accused him of having forced sexual relations with those women, and the government has now therefore decided to form a committee to inquire into the allegations that are against all these people, including Mr. Alok Nath, Mr. Sajid Khan, Mr. MJ Akbar. The committee will consist of 5 members, and most probably it will be headed by the retired Supreme Court Judge S.S. Nijjar, and it will have the mandate to hear these women who have publicly named their harassers, or alleged harassers will be the right phrase to say, because since whether they have done harassment or not has yet to be proved. So, and it will be asked to submit the report within 90 days, that is 3 months, and will also be asked to suggest measures, and it will all work along the lines of Justice J.S. Verma committee that was formed in the aftermath of the Nirbhaya gang rape case. And let me tell you one very important case. It is Vishakha versus State of Rajasthan. In this case, Supreme Court gave certain guidelines to tackle sexual harassment at workplace, and therefore those guidelines are also known as Vishakha guidelines. And let me tell you one more thing, that under the Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act of 2013, it is mandatory for every organization having 10 or more employees to set up an internal complaints committee that is mandated to address complaints of sexual harassment, and the committee has powers of a civil court, and it has to give its inquiry within 90 days. And this provision is compulsory for every organization having 10 or more than 10 employees. Moving on. Bathukumma. Actually, Bathukumma, it's a floral festival, and it is celebrated by the Hindu women of Telangana state during the 9 days of Navratri. The bad news is that some of the flowers that went into making the Bathukamma cone, that is, you can see here, this is Bathukamma cone, and there are flowers. So many of these flowers which had a role to play in agriculture, they have become rare. Farmers are not growing them, and 2 of them are for the first one is Sithamaveri jeda, or also coxcomb, or Celosia cresta, it's its scientific name, or Banthi, that is marigold. And they used to be grown as part of main agriculture, and they were also used in making the Bathukamma cone, but nowadays these are not being used. This has caused a great distress, because these used to be natural pest controllers, and nowadays farmers are not even sparing even an inch of land for growing pest controlling plants. Earlier they used to be grown on the perimeter or in the patches in every agriculture field, but now they are not being grown. And you see that the Sithamaveri jeda, it gives out pyrethroids, and these pyrethroids will control pests in various crops. And the color of the celosia flowers, they are so brightly colored that it also attracted pests, and this relieved the main crop from the attack of the pests. But now, since they are not being grown, the pest attack, the number of the incidences of pest attack have grown manifold. The National Human Rights Commission, or NHRC, it celebrated its 25th foundation day, that is Silver Jubilee, on 12th of October. Actually, it's an autonomous and now statutory body. Earlier, when it was formed on October 12th, 1993, it was formed through an ordinance. Therefore, it was an executive body then, but it was given a statutory status by the Protection of Human Rights Act of 1993. It is responsible for the protection and promotion of human rights in India, and it is headquartered at New Delhi. Very important for you. You may see the logo here, and it's written Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, National Human Rights Commission, Rashtriya Manav Adhikar Ayog. The Global Hunger Index. The 2018 Global Hunger Index report, it has been released, and it is an annual report that is released by Concern Worldwide and Welt Hunger H Life. And in this week only, IMF released its report in which it said that India will continue to be the fastest growing economy, and this is a kind of irony that in the world's fastest growing economy, about 20% of the children under 5 suffer from acute undernutrition. And in terms of child wasting, it is the only country that is above the worst country. The country that fares worst in child wasting parameter is South Sudan, but it is war-torn country, and India is the fastest growing major economy of the world. So India being the second last in child wasting category, it's a matter of grave concern for us. And India's rank is 103 out of the 119 countries, and the hunger levels have been categorized as serious. And the 3 dimensions that are considered while calculating the GHI scores, they are insufficient caloric intake, child undernutrition, and child mortality. Very important for you. Now, cases of Zika virus have been confirmed in Rajasthan's capital Jaipur. So another important question for you: what is the capital of Jaipur? What is the capital of Rajasthan? It's Jaipur. And where have the Zika virus cases been confirmed by the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare recently? They are in Jaipur in Rajasthan. And let us know something about Zika virus. Actually, Zika virus, it is carried by infected Aedes aegypti mosquitoes. Must remember, very important fact for you, Aedes aegypti mosquitoes, and it is largely transmitted through bites, but it can also occur through intrauterine infection. And if a pregnant woman gets affected, her child is likely to suffer from microcephaly. Microcephaly means the short head. Micro means small, cephaly means related to head. So you can see in this diagram that this is a short head as compared to this normal one. So this is a real life example of microcephaly, and it was first identified in 1947 in Zika forest. And where are Zika forests located? They are located in Uganda. Therefore, it derives its name from the Zika forest. Around 2015, also this virus was in news because it had spread in Brazil. Many cases had been there, and its symptoms include fever, headache, red eyes, skin rash, fatigue and muscle pain, besides this microcephaly in the newborns, because the placenta in the womb of the mother gets infected due to this, and therefore the children who are born, they are born with shorter heads than normal. Moving on, as a part of its World Development Report 2019, the World Bank has released a Human Capital Index. It's in news because India has refused to give credentials to this Human Capital Index, because India says that India does not concur with the methodology used to calculate the Human Capital Index. And the Human Capital Index for India has been estimated at 0.44. Actually, the Human Capital Index is calculated as a fraction of 1. So, 0.44 means that a child born in India today will only be 44% as productive when he or she grows up as he or she could have been if she had enjoyed complete education and full health. Actually, the quality adjusted learning has been measured in case of India by using an old data. The data is of year 2009. That is why Indian government has raised doubts over the authenticity. And there's a good news that the human capital index in India for females is better than for males, albeit marginally. And there has also been a marked improvement in the overall HCI components in India over the last 5 years. And there are 3 components of human capital, this HCB. Cross country human capital measurement, actually HCB stands for Human Capital Project. Okay, so the 3 components used are a cross country human capital measurement metric. Okay, this is called Human Capital Index, about which we have discussed now. Second is the program measurement and research to inform policy action. And the third one is a program in which the countries are supported in their strategies to accelerate investment in human capital. Human capital refers to labor or human capital. See, human capital, for this reading in detail about human capital, you can read class 9 NCERT of economics. The first 2 chapters are very important as far as human capital is concerned. You will get a very good idea about human capital. And investment in human capital pays off. It pays off, and it pays off substantially. And the 3 components of Human Capital Index HCI, they are: first is survival, and second is expected years of quality adjusted school, the data of which in case of India was taken for the year 2009, and the third component is the health environment. Okay, see, the survival is measured by under 5 mortality rates. Okay, under 5 mortality rates, and this expected years of quality adjusted school, it combines information on the quantity and the quality of education. And the third component, that is of health environment, it is measured by 2 proxies. The first is adult survival rates, and the second is the rate of stunting of children under age 5. And as discussed by me in the starting, the HCI measures the index outcomes for each country as a fraction of maximum value of 1. So India's current outcome is 0.44. Moving on, the Indo-Corpat 2018. See, the Indo-Corpat 2018 stands for India Indonesia Coordinated Patrol, and its 32nd edition is being held in Indonesia in Belawan. Okay, must remember, very important facts for you. 32nd edition and being held in Belawan, Indonesia. And under it, the ships and aircrafts of both the countries will undertake patrolling on respective sides of 236 nautical miles along the international maritime boundary line. So distance in seas or in water bodies are measured in nautical miles. So patrolling on the respective sides of the international maritime boundary line to a distance of about 236 miles will be taken by the ships and aircrafts from both the countries. And India has sent Dornier aircraft. Now let us discuss the questions. Dash was an American social activist who had began using the phrase Me Too as early as 2006. Was it Tarana Burke or Harvey Weinstein or Alyssa Milano or Nicole Kidman or Bob Weinstein? Actually, this question has also appeared in Punjab PCS that was conducted this year. A similar question. The correct answer is Tarana Burke. Harvey Weinstein was actually alleged to have taken sexual favors from women, and Miss Alyssa Milano, she's an American actress that had given popularity to this hashtag #MeToo campaign, and she had encouraged women who had been victims of sexual harassment to come up in public so that the people know the gravity of the situation. And also the perpetrators of this gory crime, they are punished for that, and they're named and shamed for that. And Mr. Bob Weinstein, he is the brother of Mr. Harvey Weinstein. And Nicole Kidman, she's an actress. Moving on. When was the National Human Rights Commission that celebrated its 25th Foundation Day recently formed? Was it 12th October 1994 or 12th October 1993 or 28th September 1993 or 28th September 1994 or none of these? Very factual question, but very vital question as far as the exam is concerned. The correct answer is B, 12th of October 1993. Actually, the ordinance was passed on 28th September 1993, but this National Human Rights Commission, that was formed on 12th of October 1993. Moving on. Zika virus was first identified in 1947 in Zika forest of which country? Was it Kenya or Algeria or Uganda or Congo or Zaire? The correct answer is C, Uganda. The Global Hunger Index ranks India at dash out of 119 countries. Very factual question. Think about it. The correct answer is 103. 103 out of 119 countries. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. And please do post your comments, post your scores in the comment box. Thank you and happy learning.